Most of the world already thinks art's a con, right? So don't give them any ammunition. Hello, my name is Sax, and welcome to the Art Thou Show.
This artist goes on adventures on the sea, which he then draws and paints. Please give a warm welcome to Sax Impey. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So all your drawings and paintings, they're all of the sea.
Probably since about 2005
All right.
is when the sea took over completely in my work. Absolutely completely.
So prior to that, what did you do?
I was making paintings that had basis in mathematics.
Oh, really?
In the very, very small quantum kind of entanglement and scientific ideas.
Yeah.
Also a lot of stuff that was based on chance processes, random events. But then the sea took over. Yeah.
You went completely opposite. I mean, the sea is very organic and wild, and compared to the geometrical, mathematical.
Yeah, it was all still based on observation. It's still the natural world. And I think I was looking at the very, very small in the natural world. But then the actual engagement with the sea, I started going sailing.
Yes.
And I started working on long-distance yacht deliveries.
Yes.
So I was spending a lot of time at sea, away from land. And the specific nature of those experiences was so all-encompassing that I didn't want to make work about anything else then. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm still engaged in that.
So you didn't necessarily grow up with sailing or the...
No, I came to it very late.
Yes.
In fact, I thought, who's been keeping this a secret all the
Yeah.
time? 'Cause,
Yeah. Where has this been? But you grew up along the sea, so you should have known it was there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a regret actually that I didn't start earlier.
It is, yeah.
There are people that have come to me kind of like who are sailors.
Yes.
Who will point at things and say, you know, I know that.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
I've experienced that.
So you still do your yacht deliveries.
Yeah.
So does that mean you do it to get that experience again, or is it solely for an income to support?
Do you know, to be honest, if I have the time to go, and it's kind of panned out where I'll be working towards a show and then gradually kind of I haven't got any time to do anything else, but then maybe after I've stopped working on a show, then I can, you know, think about going away somewhere. A huge part of the appeal is just getting away.
Yeah.
Right? Away from land completely.
Yes.
And all the chat, all the rubbish, all, you know.
Yeah.
Out there you can't do anything
No.
about any of that other stuff.
But do you go completely alone?
No.
Because that can get worse if you just have one person with you.
No, on the deliveries there's always there's a minimum of 3 of us.
Right, yeah.
So there's kind of interaction, but a strange kind of interaction because you're running a watch system.
Yeah.
So you sort of pass each other.
You warm up each other's beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
But when you go out, how do you document what you're seeing? Is it all in your head, or do you film? Do you take photos?
I have my logbook, sketchbooks, photographs, notes, the charts, the camera for filming, as much as I can. Back in the studio, I try and collate all of this and make some sort of sense out of the specific experience, really. It's just, you know, you end up with kind of something that's your particular thing. You're going down this road, you know you're going to pursue it. It's like Helsinki Bus Station theory. Do you know about that?
Helsinki Bus Station?
Helsinki Bus Station theory. Some photographer coined the term, and it was basically, he said, like, okay, and it can be any bus station, but he was based in Helsinki. He said, like, you get on any bus at the Helsinki Bus Station, and for the first initial kind of miles, they pretty much do the same routes. You could get on any of those buses to go to where you're going.
Okay, yeah.
But after a kind of certain distances elapsed, kind of only then will it be specific to that route.
Yes.
And he's saying for photographers, and I'm saying for artists.
Yeah.
What happens is they go on a certain kind of bus journey, and of course, like those bus routes, you see similar work at certain places, right? But what happens is people get off the bus, and they go back to the bus station, they start making different work.
Yeah.
What he's saying is stay on the bus. Right? It's only when it gets further out that all the other routes drop away, and the metaphor is related to kind of like the individuality of your own artwork.
Yeah.
Stay on the bus. Only then will it become later in life kind of like your own particular route.
So how do you sell your work? Do you mostly do you have an agent? Do you go through galleries, or do you sell online?
I have representation
Okay.
with a gallery called Anima Monday, which is kind of, trying to be kind of national and international in kind of outlook. So there's a lot of art fairs and kind of a lot of international clients and stuff like that.
So they put in applications for you, so you don't have to do that. And
up to a point, it's it's an ongoing
so you're testing it
debate
out.
how successful and who does what, and half of this is making it up as you go along. I mean, not really a blueprint that you get when you come out of art college to kind of say this is how it's going to work and this is how you're going to do it. You've got to be resourceful.
So how long have you had this gallery?
The relationship with that gallery, it's got to be 15 years probably.
Oh, that long?
Yeah.
So it must have been doing something well for you then.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, over the years I've done all sorts of things. I've done building work. I've kind of worked in steel works. I've done this. I've done that and the other. But I now, I don't teach. I don't do kind of other kind of part-time jobs and stuff like that. So I make a living from my art.
Yes.
Which, if you'd said to me as a kind of youngster leaving art school, kind of what's the definition of success for you, young man, when you become 48 or whatever?
Yeah.
Making a living by getting up in the morning and going to your workspace and doing exactly what you want to do every day would have been my definition of success.
Yeah.
Stay on the bus.
So have you ever tried to sell your work online and take control of the distribution yourself?
I've got a website.
Yeah.
It doesn't operate as a selling thing really.
No.
You can't buy anything direct. But I mean, you can see my work there, and you can get in touch with me and say I'm interested in that, and then we take it from there.
Yeah.
It's
and then you don't
deeply
have to.
unprofessional.
You don't have to give your gallery any commission if you. It's not that sort of.
It's a complicated little story. That I mean, if the gallery has put effort into marketing this work,
Yes.
then yes.
Okay. No matter if that was 5 years ago, then.
Well, yeah. If they've stopped putting an effort into it, then maybe. Yeah. I need a physical space for somebody to see my work, because I don't think that kind of representation on there is really either does it justice or is going to be the thing that you're going to go and spend thousands of pounds on something because you've seen it on there. So I kind of believe in galleries and the physical space. Yeah.
You've done a lot of collaborations, so I want to pick your brain a little bit on that.
I'm kind of fortunate in a way in that some of the people that I got to know when I was studying, when I was at college, carried on with their kind of practice. They're working artists, and we have, over the years, worked on a number of things together.
Yeah.
There's a group called Red Earth who are based in Brighton. Who I've worked with on a number of projects.
Yes, that was installation work, was it?
Yeah,
yes.
Sure, and performance, and for me, my studio practice is solitary. I'm a hermit, right? So it's just and to get out and work collaboratively and actually have to articulate what it is you're trying to do, and compromise, and that's fantastic after months and months and months of being on your own.
Yes.
Yeah,
because compromising collab can push your individual art in a different direction too, and develop your own art.
Yeah. Accept that your ideas are not necessarily the best ideas, right? Not necessarily the ones that will be taken up in the end. Be flexible.
Yeah.
Make something out of all of the rest of it. Everybody's input. Yeah. No, I think there's something fundamentally quite arrogant, actually, about saying, this thing that I make, I'm going to put it in the world and you're going to be interested in it. There's absolutely no earthly reason why that should exist. But it is that arrogance which kind of keeps you going all the time. I'm firmly on the, if it's made in isolation and never seen, it's not even art, actually. The art bit of it comes as a result of that triangle between the maker, the work, and the participant or the viewer or the engager. That's the art.
So what is it that makes a great artist?
Integrity, honesty, really, I think.
Integrity and honesty.
Yeah. And staying on the bus.
Staying on the bus.
Yeah, I don't know what makes great artists. I mean, we can all look at kind of art that's made and we identify it as great. But pinning down the reasons is really difficult. I mean, you know, it's like Robert Pirsig in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Do you remember that book? So he wrote about this thing called quality. So we all recognise it and none of us can define it. I suppose what artists hope, all artists I would suspect, is that whatever it is that you're dealing with, you can glean something universal out of that highly specific or localised kind of thing that you're dealing with. You know, there's plenty of kind of still lives you can think of, which still kind of escape kind of like what is essentially a tabletop still life and become quite kind of universal. And
You also did a residency in Berlin.
oh God, many years ago. Yeah, yeah, that was
How long ago was that?
Uh,
Was that right after art school?
1997, 8, something like that, maybe.
Yeah. Would you recommend that type of residency for up and coming?
Yeah, I would actually. I mean, I would probably recommend as varied a kind of set of experiences as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Live life basically.
Yeah.
Besides
exactly.
creating your art.
Know, get out there and mix with other people from other places.
Yeah.
You know, talk to each other.
So do you have any advice for any up and coming artists that want to settle down maybe as a with drawing like you are doing?
Advice. Well, like we were sort of mentioning about kind of getting out there and kind of like meeting other people, I think that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Right? There's a stage when you're at art school, if you go to art school, which you don't probably realise at the time how blessed that time is, because you are surrounded by like-minded people, you're all creative, you're doing stuff like that. That never comes again. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
And you will have a long solitary practice for the most part. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not the best example of this, really, because I'm very bad at getting out there and kind of mixing with other people, but I think that's important. The other thing that I think is important is take yourself seriously. Right? No one else in the world will take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously. Right? Be very professional.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, go to work. Yeah, I mean, you know, most of the world already thinks art's a con, right? So don't give them any ammunition, you know, just take it seriously, work hard, isn't it?
Yes. So live life. Right?
Live
Get out
prosper.
there, live life outside the art world, and take it seriously, be professional.
Yeah.
Get up and do the job. Do you go and do your adventures in summertime and then you work on all of that in wintertime, or how is a good way to sort of...
I've never really fixed it like that. And the only thing that's kind of fixed it kind of like for me is the fact that I tend to take 2 years-ish to put together a body of work to make a show.
So when you have a body of work after say 2 years of working, how many pieces are we talking about?
Last few shows have probably been something like maybe 20 or so.
Yeah. So should you treat your work as a 9 to 5 job? Should you get up, 7 a.m. and be ready at 9 and then leave at 5, or as long as you put your...
Whatever works for you. I mean, I'm a moth, not a butterfly. I'm a kind of night person, so that works for me better.
Yeah.
It's more about the kind of thing in your head that, you have this kind of like drive and desire that you are going to work, and, you don't leave it until the thing is done.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the Art Hour show.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. And for you watching, remember, be different, be you, and until next time, bye.
Cool.
Cool. I can hear it's raining.
It's raining.
So